Here's a truth most men ignore. Women rarely say what they truly want, especially when it comes to intimacy. She'll never just come out and tell you, "I want you." Instead, she'll show it in small, psychological signals that you either notice or completely miss. And missing them? That's why so many good men end up being just friends. You might think she's playing hard to get, but in her mind, she's already testing if you're sharp enough to read her emotions without her saying a word. Those little hints? That playful smile, that longer than usual eye contact, that soft touch that seems casual. They're not random. They're signs. So today, we're going deep into female psychology, the quiet moments, the hidden cues, to uncover the 6 signs a woman gives when she wants to get closer, emotionally and physically. Because once you understand these, you'll stop second-guessing yourself and start reading her heart like it's written right in front of you. If you've ever been stuck, trying to figure out whether she actually likes you or you're just overthinking, then this video is for you. Seriously, stay till the end, because at the end, I'll show you exactly how to apply these signs the right way. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your story in the comments. Let's be real about this, man to man, you're not the only one who's been there. Why this happens? Let's start with a simple truth. Men and women are wired differently when it comes to emotional expression. Men often say what they feel. If you like her, you tell her. If you're hurt, you might hide it, but eventually you show it. Women? They operate on emotional safety. They fear judgment. They fear being labeled. And most of all, they fear rejection that damages their self-worth. So instead of announcing what they desire, they use tests, emotional signals to see if you can make them feel secure. It's not manipulation. It's instinct. Deep down, she's asking, "Can I trust you with my vulnerability? Can I be my real self around you without being judged?" If you pass that unspoken test, the door to intimacy opens naturally. If you fail by being too needy, too distant, or too distracted, she quietly detaches. Think about it. Every time she looks at you for a second too long or laughs a little louder at your joke, it's not always flirting, it's gauging comfort. She wants to feel an emotional pull, not just chemistry, but connection. And that, my friend, is where so many men lose the game because they focus only on what she says, not what she feels. Every woman has her rhythm when she's drawn to a man. It's emotional first, physical second. But if you can speak her emotional language, the physical side follows effortlessly. So before we jump to the 6 signs, let's kill one myth. It's never about the perfect pickup line or alpha stance. It's about the silent understanding when your energy says, "I see you." You can relax. That's when she starts to act differently. Her tone softens. Her guard drops. Her eyes linger. She doesn't need to perform anymore, because in her mind, the connection feels safe. Once she feels that safety, you'll start noticing tiny shifts. She talks a little slower when she's with you. She makes excuses to spend time near you. Her compliments become more personal, not just "you're funny," but "I feel calm when you're around." These small behaviors aren't random. They're biological, emotional signs of attraction. And when you notice them with awareness and confidence instead of rushing or doubting yourself, you become the man who leads with quiet power. So now we'll break down the step-by-step emotional changes, the clear, visible signs that tell you she's deeply interested, even if her words stay neutral. Because once you understand those signals, you'll never be confused again about where you stand. Her eyes tell the truth. Eyes never lie. When a woman feels drawn to you, her gaze changes. She won't always stare straight into your eyes. It's far more subtle. She might glance, look away, then glance again. It's a dance of curiosity. She's measuring how you respond. If she's bold, she'll hold eye contact a bit too long enough to send a signal, short enough to deny it if called out. Her pupils might widen, her eyelids soften. That's not romance movie magic, it's biology. When attraction hits, the body releases chemicals that literally change the eyes. But here's the catch many men overinterpret. One friendly look doesn't mean she's falling. It's the pattern that matters. If she keeps seeking your eyes in a crowded space, over and over, that's emotional gravity. She mirrors you without knowing. Ever notice how someone copies your gestures when they like you? It's not a trick, it's subconscious bonding. If you lean forward, she leans a bit too. If you talk with your hands, she starts doing the same. She's syncing with your pace, matching your vibe. Psychologists call it mirroring, but you can think of it as her body whispering, "We're in tune." When that happens, tension feels easy, not awkward. You'll sense harmony, even in silence. If you catch her doing this, don't call it out. Just stay calm. Keep steady eye contact, keep your energy grounded. It shows that you notice without needing to brag about it. Her touch changes meaning. Touch is powerful. It's the oldest language on earth. Every woman has her own boundary line, and when she starts crossing it with you in small, seemingly innocent ways, it's a strong clue. Maybe she brushes something off your jacket even though it's already clean. Maybe she bumps your shoulder lightly when laughing. These are little bridges. Tiny, safe tests to see how you react. If you pull away nervously, she reads that as hesitation. If you get overly excited, she reads that as desperation. The right move? Stay relaxed. Let her hand linger if it happens naturally. A calm man under touch is an attractive man. It tells her you're confident without being pushy. Sign number 4. Her voice softens only for you. Pay close attention to her tone. Around everyone else, she might sound lively, normal, even professional. But with you, her voice drops. Quieter, slower, softer. Women modulate tone when they feel emotionally connected. It's their way of creating closeness without words. If she starts telling stories with details about her feelings, rather than just facts, that's intimacy testing the surface. She's saying, "Can you handle my depth?" without actually saying it. Show her you can listen fully. Respond with calm presence instead of quick jokes. That emotional stillness is what draws her toward you. She teases, but it feels different. Not every joke is flirting, but when she starts teasing you in a playful, open way, it means comfort has replaced politeness. She trusts you enough to risk light tension. She might roll her eyes, call you out for something small, or mock you with affection. Behind that teasing is warmth, the same way kids flirted on playgrounds before they knew the word for it. What she's really communicating is, we've crossed into emotional safety. We can dance a little. When you respond with humor balanced by self-control, the spark grows. You're showing her that you can play, but you're still centered. That's irresistible energy to a woman looking for more than surface charm. She creates chances to be around you. When a woman wants closeness, she starts engineering coincidences. Maybe you start seeing her at your favorite coffee shop. Maybe she suddenly likes the same music or joins the same group chat. It's not random. It's strategy mixed with shyness. She's putting herself where you are to see if you'll take the next step without having to spell it out. If every encounter feels like an accident, but happens too often to be chance, you're reading the truth, she wants to stay in your orbit. At that point, it's about how you carry the tension. Stay poised. Let her feel that you notice, but aren't desperate to capitalize on it. She'll feel safer opening up even more. Now next, we'll slow things down and explore what's going on inside you, why it hurts to misread these moments, how many men lose confidence when signals fade, and why that pain doesn't make you weak. It means you're human, and that's where real strength begins. Understanding the inner storm, let's talk about what happens inside you when all these signals appear and then suddenly vanish. Maybe you've felt it before. A woman seems warm, playful, even bold. Then one day she goes back to polite small talk, like none of it happened. You replay every memory in your head, trying to figure out what changed. Did you misread the signs? Did you say something wrong? Or, worse, was it all in your imagination? That confusion cuts deep. Because as men, we're taught to be strong, not sensitive. But here's the truth most people never tell you. Feeling uncertain, hurt, or rejected doesn't make you weak. It means you cared enough to notice the details. What hurts is the sudden silence. One day she's touching your arm, smiling, laughing, and the next, it's like a wall came up overnight. You scroll through old texts. You remember how her eyes lingered on you. Your chest tightens, wondering if she ever meant it. That quiet ache, yeah, it's heavy. but it's also your wake-up call to understand what's really happening beneath the surface. Why the silence happens. Here's the harsh but freeing truth. Most of the time, her shift isn't about something you said. It's about her emotional rhythm. Sometimes she pulls back to test consistency. Sometimes she realizes her feelings caught her off guard and she's trying to regain control. And sometimes she simply gets scared of her own attraction. Women feel pressure too, pressure to never seem too easy, pressure to protect their hearts from heartbreak. So when she senses deep chemistry, she might retreat, not because she's lost interest, but because she's feeling too much. That's the part men rarely see. You might be blaming yourself while she's sitting at home replaying her own actions, worrying she revealed too much. Knowing this helps you breathe again. Because it shows that silence doesn't always mean rejection. It can mean confusion, protection, or even admiration that she's not sure how to express. The hidden pain of good men, let's be honest, you've probably done everything right. You listened to her. You made her laugh. You respected her space. And still, the connection faded. That's where many men lose belief in themselves. They think, maybe I'm not attractive enough. Maybe nice guys really do finish last. But that's a lie. Your kindness is not your weakness. It only feels that way when it's not matched with boundaries. Women respect men who are emotionally aware and self-controlled. When your empathy turns into overthinking or chasing, that's when attraction dies. Not because she stopped liking you, but because you stopped liking yourself long enough to prove you could stand tall alone. So breathe. You're not broken. You're just learning the hardest part of male maturity, caring deeply without losing your center. Every signal she gave you, whether genuine or mixed, taught you something vital about energy, intuition, and patience. You now know that real confidence doesn't shout. It listens, observes, and moves from strength, not fear. When you start seeing every failed moment as emotional training instead of rejection, your energy changes. You stop chasing validation and start radiating calm focus. That's the turning point from confusion to clarity, from neediness to power, from hoping she likes you to knowing you like yourself. And that's exactly where the next part begins, how to flip that quiet pain into silent strength. How to become the man whose presence makes women rethink walking away. The strength of silence. Here's the part that surprises most men. You don't win back respect by chasing. You win it by letting go with calm confidence. When she pulls away and you stop reaching out, something powerful happens inside her mind. At first, she feels curious, then uneasy. Then, she starts to wonder. Because silence from a man who once cared loudly hits harder than any angry message. It whispers, I'm not waiting anymore. Your quiet distance forces her to face the emptiness she filled with your attention. And if that connection ever meant anything, she will feel it. She'll replay how easy the laughter felt, how steady your presence was, and realize what she lost when you stopped trying. But this isn't about revenge. It's about balance. You're not punishing her, you're protecting your peace. That's the level of self-respect that shifts your energy from chasing to choosing. When you choose silence instead of arguments. When you choose growth instead of guilt. When you choose peace over pride. You become someone who can't be ignored. Because real strength doesn't have to prove anything. It just is. Becoming unforgettable without trying. Here's the beautiful twist. When you stop begging for attention, you start earning it naturally. You begin focusing on yourself again. Your body, your money, your goals, your social life. You start glowing differently. You walk into a room with a quiet, unbothered energy that says, I'm not chasing anyone, I'm living. That glow doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from alignment. You're no longer drained by emotional guessing games. You're busy building. And that's when she notices. Even if she never says it, she'll feel that shift in your vibe. The man who once seemed predictable is now mysterious again. Your silence becomes her mirror, making her see how loud her own uncertainty feels. And in that moment, she remembers everything she overlooked. Ironically, that's when she may try to come back or test the waters again. If she does, don't rush. Stay calm. Smile. Be kind but firm. Because true growth isn't about getting her back. It's about never losing yourself again for anyone. Remember who you are. Every heartbreak, every mixed signal, every confusing silence, it all serves a purpose. It's sandpaper for the soul. It smooths out your edges and strengthens your boundaries. You're not meant to stay hurt forever. You're meant to learn, evolve, and rise with a sharper sense of who you are. A man who understands women doesn't chase their approval, he attracts their respect. He doesn't beg for love, he builds a life so full that love simply fits into it. You don't need to prove your worth. You are worthy by default, by effort, by resilience. So stop asking, what did I do wrong? Start asking, what do I build next? This journey isn't about decoding every mixed signal anymore. It's about mastering your own. Your energy, your focus, your peace. That's what sets you apart. The more grounded you become, the clearer everything gets. The right woman will see the calm in your presence and feel safe coming closer. The wrong one won't last long enough to distract you. That's the quiet power you've been searching for. And it's yours now, not because a woman gave it to you, but because you finally decided to keep it. Now take a moment. Think back to the last time you felt that spark fading. Did your silence teach her something? Or did it teach you how strong you truly are? All right, brother, now we've uncovered it all, the truth, the signs, the psychology behind it. Now it's your turn. Take what you've learned, understand the signs, and apply them in real life. And hey, if you're still feeling a bit confused, no stress, rewatch this video. Or drop your question down in the comments. There's real help waiting for you there. Make sure you like this video and hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. If you're still here, that means you're serious, so watch the next video showing up on your screen right now. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next one.